Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. As you can see, banner the announcement zebra is in place, and I have a great announcement to make. We have reached 100 subscribers. Woo! So thank you. And I, as a gift for that, is I'm going to talk about the spreads that I use when I do rune readings. So because somebody graciously made that suggestion, and I think it's a good one. So let me move banner over here. Hello. And I'm going to use my elder set, and I'm going to show you how I read the runes, the spreads that I use. The spreads that I use are very, very accessible and intuitive. Please feel free to use them yourself with any means of divination that you're using. So anything like cards or anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be runes, anything. You can use these spreads, they're very, very easy. I'm going to sort of work up by number of runes through the various things that you can do. I mean, you can do more than what I'm going to show you, but what I use in general, and etc. So, starting with, let's just draw one, and that'll be the single rune. You can draw a single rune if you just have a very simple yes or no question, if you just have a simple clarification question. So one time I was using it, I wanted to go see if I was trying to decide whether I wanted to go and visit a friend, and I pulled the rune, and it was Pertho reversed, which is like, this would be sort of a negative surprise for them. So I said, okay, no. But then if you pull one and it's more favorable, then you can act on that. So Blum calls this the Odin's rune. This is just basically a single rune pull, just quick and easy. You know, should I do this, or would it not necessarily should I do this, because the universe sort of like, yeah, boost that karma, like get your education and experience of life. So sort of basically to weigh your options, like how would this person react if I did this, or not necessarily. Anyway, that sort of thing. Just a quick answer for a single rune. So you just pull that. You can use it as yes or no. Many of the runes have reversals, so you can say as a yes or no. You can pull one if it's upright, then it's a yes. If it's not upright, if it's a no. If it's not upright, it's a no. This would definitely be a no. This is Thurizaz, but it's reversed. Thurizaz is the rune of challenge. So yeah, if I had asked a yes or no question to this, it would be like really, really, really no. But it can also just be sort of like, what do I need to know about the day? You know, you can say, what do I need to know about the day? And then if you got this, you'd be like, okay, it's going to be a challenging day. It might feel impossible, but at least it's just a day. So one rune pull, it's really, you know, it's just a quick and easy peek. That's how you can use it. There's a situation now where I'm using a 2 rune pull daily, which is where I'll pull the one rune, and that'll be the advice. And then I'll say, well, why did we get that? And then I'll pull the second rune underneath it, and that will be, this is a weird reading because I'm not actually putting anything into it, so to interpret this is just bizarre. So basically, the first rune you pull would be it's like the advice. Why are the runes giving me this advice? You pull the second one. This is the why, because the day is going to be like this. So maybe if I was going to interpret this, I would say the day is going to be a day that you're going to be really striving towards happiness, but there's a warning that it's going to feel sort of impossible, for example. So that would be the 2 rune pull. I'm going to pick these up. I'm going to draw the other ones. Now there's a 3 rune. A lot of books will say, oh, you must only draw 1 rune, or you must only draw 3 runes. Please don't limit yourself like that unless you're really, really, really wanting to, which is a thing. That's fine. The 3 runes, past, present, and future, is sort of starting to be the foundation of the spread that I use the most. Blum calls the 3 rune spread the 3 Norns spread, if I'm not mistaken. This is because of the 3 Norns who are all about the fate. You've got Erd, Verdandi, and Skuld, which is the past, present, and future Norns. So this would be basically your past, your present, your future. So just to read what's in front of me, we have you know, the past would have been you were happy, present you've connected with your source energy, and future you're going to have the results of that. I don't like to use this spread, and I'll tell you why. Because it doesn't help you. So now we're going to move on to the 5 rune spread, which is the basis of most of how I read, which I call a splash reading, which is sort of the past, present, future spread, but it's a little bit more modified, like a little more honed. So the way I read is, I'll start with 5. The central one is your central issue, what your whole question is basically focused on. The one before it is what led up to this. The one above it is what's going to help you in this situation. The one below it is what isn't going to help you in this situation. And these are the balance for each other. What is going to help you is always the antidote to what isn't going to help you. But as some people have asked me before, indeed, you can completely make things worse for yourself and just ruin your situation in terms of just how you're experiencing it. The path line, I read this as the path line. This is your path through the problem or the question or the concern. It's going to progress, this, then this, then this, regardless of which end of these you're on. But obviously you'll be more comfortable and you'll get more out of it if you're sort of focusing on what's going to help you rather than what isn't going to help you. So path line, upper line is what's going to lift you up, lower line is what's going to drag you down. And you can even do extras for that. Like if you want to know what's helping, you can throw one here, you can throw one here, because you always want to keep as balanced as possible. So this is what isn't helping, and this is what is helping what isn't helping. So that kind of thing. And then if you're only doing a splash reading, if you're only doing like the basic 5, the last rune here is your outcome. But if you're continuing on, because you can just build on this, you can just continue to build on this, then that will be your next step on the path line. So you can just keep building, you can just throw down more. I read from right to left, because that's, I'm an English speaking person, so English first language. I'm reading from left to right. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I was jumping ahead. I'm an English speaking person. I read from left to right. If you are more comfortable reading from right to left, you can absolutely build from right to left. There's nothing against that. It's meant to be a very accessible and very intuitive reading format. And once again, you've got your path. These are going to be your steps through the problem, question, or concern. The upper line are all the things that are going to help you, and the lower line is what isn't going to help you. Now, let's say you see these as steps on the path, but you're like, how am I going to get from here to here? It is fully allowed to build another step in between the 2 steps. So once again, keeping the same format. So you can then read, well, how am I going to get from here to here? There's your middle step. So there's the steps on the path. This is what's going to help you at each stage, and this is what isn't going to help you at each stage. A lot of it's going to be about interrelations of these as well. Like you could put down the runes and see how these all interact and see how these all interact as well. So, but basically the format is basically very, very simple. It's the center line is your path line. Starting with the central issue and what led up to it, central issue, next step, or outcome if you're not going any further. But basically next step, and then your last rune in the spread is the outcome. You can go all the way to the end of the Futhark if you want to. You can use every rune in the bag. You can even go on and grab another bag and keep building on it. So it's completely allowed. Just work with it. Remember what always happens though with forms of divination is if you keep asking and keep asking and keep asking the same question, it is going to start giving you ridiculous, stupid answers just because you're being ridiculous. So keep that in mind. That's just something you're going to get with any form of divination. And there you go. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you. Big, huge thanks and much gratitude. Yay! 100 subscribers. Amazing. Thank you all so much. So have a lovely day or evening. Take care. Bye. One more thing. So as we were talking about rune spreads, Can you use that format with the path line and the helping line and the what isn't helping line with the scatter cast? Yes, I do it all the time. So let's say we do a scatter cast. Just really mess it out there. Normally I sing, but I'm just doing this for demonstration. Take away all of the upside down runes. We can still use that same format to read a scatter cast. So first of all, you want to look for the central issue. What's the central issue? I'm looking right, oh, I haven't turned these yet. But looking at this right now, I'm going to read algaes as the central issue. It feels like the central issue. It's in the middle. There are runes almost equally above and below it. That's also a carnelian, but that's not a rune. That's my carnelian I used to indicate south. I just told you my locational orientation of north, south, east, west. Anyway, so read it as like, this is your central issue. This is what led up to it. This is what wasn't helping. This is sort of your path line. This is what's going to start helping you right after where you are now. This is where you are now. You are here. This is what isn't going to help. It's the progression, but you're going to read it the same format that you were using when you were laying them down deliberately. Find your central issue. It's going to be very intuitive which one of these is going to be your central issue, and then go from there using that format. Whatever's above the central issue, which is the path line, is what's helping you and lifting you up. Whatever is below is what's not helping you, and the upper line is always the antidote to the lower line. So it's basically a very intuitive, very accessible way of reading the runes, or really anything else that you're going to use as divination. So there you go. Thank you again. 100 subscribers. Oh my gosh. How exciting is this? Thank you. Happy May. Bye.